And welcome back to more Super Mario Sunshine! So last time, we saved Noki Bay, so this time, the Nokis have a reward for us. Episode 8, The Red Coinfish. We've been waiting for you, Mario. Grandpa's at the top as usual. Please wear this again, okay? You can use this rope as a shortcut to the top. So one difference is there are now 3 Nokis here. Nice to meet you, Mr. Mario. Thank you so much for restoring our beautiful bay to purity. That's my wife and child over there. I retrieved them from their hiding place once the water cleared up. Honestly, I really like how Sunshine has various mini-stories within each world. I like getting to see how Mario's actions make a tangible difference to the people in these areas, which is, I think, one of the biggest benefits of having a linear structure to the levels, rather than the more open-ended collect whatever star in whatever order you want, like in games like 64. So like before, we're supposed to talk to the Grandpa Noki at the top of the waterfall, but I don't want to climb up there, so we're just gonna jump over here and swim over to the entrance. Conceptually, I really like this episode. I like getting to see all the Nokis back to normal, just kind of living their lives. They've returned to their home now that the water's safe, and it's just really cool. In practice, I feel like this level's a little bit cumbersome, mostly because of these swimming controls and trying to precisely collect 8 red coins. I'll be honest, normally it doesn't go that smoothly. Normally I get a few of the coins, and then the coinfish will disperse, and then it becomes a pain having to wait for it to reform and try to collect the remaining red coins. So our prize for getting the red coins is our final major shine sprite of Noki Bay. And with that taken care of, we are ready to move on to the final major area of the game. So, we need the rocket nozzle. Actually, we don't need it. You can make it to the top of the Shine Gate with just the hover nozzle, but I'm honestly really out of practice of getting to the top that way, so we're just going to use the rocket nozzle and boost our way up to the top, where there is a warp pipe. So let's see where this goes. If we can actually jump into the warp pipe. Pianta Village, Episode 1, Chain Chomplets Unchained. So, a while ago, you could see trees in the distance, and that's where this is, Pianta Village. So, I think we actually still can see some of the other levels, like Peanut Park, and I think that sphere there is Gelato Beach. But yeah, this is like the highest up area of the game, I would say, the highest region of Delfino Island. And yeah, there's a full village of Piantas here. It seems that someone is lacking the proper training. So it currently has several chain chomplets running amok. They are on fire and leave behind this fiery paint that does contact damage, so be very careful. If you douse them with F.L.U.D., they will eventually reignite, so we have to basically pull back on their tails to launch them into that spring. This is a pretty straightforward one. Not too bad, I would say, but sometimes positioning the launches can be a little bit tricky. This is not going to go well at all. They kind of ricochet like so. That kind of worked because we got closer to the spring. This one's moving this way, which is great. Alright, so that's 2 down. There are 3 in total. This one seems to be a little bit stuck, so I actually want to lure it over here a little bit closer first. But yeah, be very careful when actually repositioning for the launch, because I'm pretty sure you can still take damage from the graffiti. Remember, always be kind to your pets. Alright, so, all of the chain chomplets have calmed down, and we are good to go. So Pianta Village actually has a really unique gimmick that will become very apparent as we begin Episode 2. Episode 2, Il Piantissimo's Crazy Climb. Pianta Village has a day-night system depending on the number of the episode. So odd-numbered episodes are nighttime levels, and even-numbered episodes take place in the day. So I actually think this is really cool, getting to see this level from a different perspective. But next up is a race with Il Piantissimo. It's me, Il Piantissimo, and now, listen, see that flag over there? Now you and I shall race to get there the fastest, yes? My personal record is 30 seconds, impressive, eh? Are you at the ready? Then get set and go! But yeah, I feel like Pianta Village is a fairly straightforward level. It's not particularly big or grand, but there are a few unique things that set it apart from the other areas, and the day-night system is one of them. The other big difference is having an underground layer, basically, which we'll be seeing a little bit later. Actually, next episode we'll be seeing that quite a bit. So yeah, that also gives it a bit of a unique design compared to the other levels. Grr, yes, grr, that was not so bad. You are quick, yes? I suppose maybe I underestimated you a small bit, perhaps. You try again after you have practiced more. Until then. And we have completed the final race with Il Piantissimo. Alright, so next up is another nighttime level. Episode 3, the Goopy Inferno. This is one of the more unique levels, I'd say, because, to my knowledge, it's the only non-secret level where F.L.U.D. gets taken from us. F.L.U.D. actually is in this level. We have to actually pick it back up, but we have to navigate through all of this fiery goop first. So to do so, we need to make our way around here. So there's basically a huge underside area for the village that we'll have to navigate to make our way to the center of the area, instead of trying to carefully platform through all this, which is technically possible if you use one of the large trees, the one straight ahead from where I'm looking. If you climb up that tree, you can actually jump over to that golden mushroom and collect F.L.U.D. and complete the level that way, but I think I'll show that off at a later time. This time I want to go the intended route, which involves climbing along the underside of the village. So this is scary for a couple reasons. One, there's no ground beneath us, and two, I don't like the controls for this. So we have to switch to hanging on the side of this here and then punch it to move it forwards using Y. And then here we have to jump to the next section with B. So when hanging on the side of an object, the controls are basically flipped. So if you're hanging on the underside of something like this, B is drop. No, B is actually kick like this, and Y is drop, so it's kind of flipped from how it is when hanging on the side of something. This is honestly kind of confusing. I wish the controls were the same for both, but I kind of get why, because punching being Y when hanging on the side kind of makes sense, because it's like a horizontal action, while pressing B to jump upwards while hanging on the side of something kind of makes sense, and also for kicking because it's an upward motion. Still, it's very confusing, and it doesn't get any better when you realize that the controls were remapped for the Switch version compared to the GameCube version, so yeah, it's a little bit confusing. This is the right exit, by the way, so kick up here with B or A on GameCube, and we have a few little patches here where we can safely jump across. So be careful. If you fall into the fiery goop, it will do damage every time you land on it, so you can't actually, like, steer the direction that Mario bounces across the lava, so you can easily bounce on more lava and just lose all your health very quickly, so be very, very careful. This jump here is also a little bit tricky because of clipping the bottom of the mushroom, so you kind of have to jump away and then hover back. But yeah, if you navigate over the narrow edge of that part where the goop doesn't reach, you can make it to that tree, climb up, and then jump from the nearest set of leaves over to this area. I'll probably go for that next time because there are blue coins exclusive to here, but there's also a faster way using a damage boost and invincibility frames that just run across the lava really quickly. That is something I'm not sure how to pull off successfully, so I will not be demonstrating that for this playthrough. But all that's left to do is to save the mayor. Phew, you saved me. Thanks a bundle. And we have our next Shine Sprite. So, we have another day level next, so let's see what awaits us. Episode 4, Chomps' Bath. So, instead of 3 small Chomps, now we have one really huge chain chomp, so I'm not sure if that's an improvement or not. This is the chain chomp's owner, by the way. I'm the one who should be steamed, bad chain chomp. Maybe I should head over to the hot spring to calm myself. Good advice. So, we actually need to release it, so we're gonna pick up its little chain to get it moving. This is actually really finicky, but there it goes. I actually think that's slightly tougher on Switch for some reason, while they do not seem to like bathing. So another little hint to take it to the hot spring. We have this barrel full of water. These were also in Noki Bay episode 6, which I should have used these to clean up the beach, but I forgot. So once it's close to the hot spring, I'm gonna toss the barrel to cool it off and quickly drag its chain into the pool area. You could cool it off sooner, but I like having it relatively close by to make it a little bit less work to actually pull it to the hot spring. Now it's stuck, which is not good, so we'll probably have to wait for another cycle. I would recommend using B and R, like so, to quickly cool it off. And let's try to approach from the other side to see if that works a little bit better. Be careful, by the way, if you fall into the hot spring as the animation is playing, it will crush Mario, and you will die. But other than that, this is a fairly straightforward one. So episode 5 is another one that's fairly infamous. So we are going to save that for next time, and instead, I think it's finally time to clean up the Shine Gate. So even though we were already up there, we do need the rocket nozzle to actually collect the Shine Sprite, so we did have to go back over to the plaza to pick this up. Yet again, we're just gonna kind of rock it up here. So you could reach the Shine Sprite to clean off with just a hover, but actually getting the Shine Sprite needs the rocket, so this is one that I don't think there is a way to get early, like some others. But we just need to clean off this giant Shine Sprite, and ironically our reward should be a Shine Sprite. But yeah, some things can be done a little bit out of order, like even entering Pianta Village, but yeah, this definitely requires the rocket nozzle. Alright, so we'll be heading back to Pianta Village next time. So thank you for watching, and I hope you'll join me next time for more Super Mario Sunshine.